So I'm about to install the Hellwig rear stabilizer bar, sway bar, on my 2020 Ram Heavy Duty. So I thought, not sure if there's any on video yet, so I thought I might as well just catalog what I'm doing here. So here's the kit. And I installed one of these on my 2014, a little bit different. It wasn't as tall, and it had the 3 adjustments here. This one doesn't have that, though I don't think the one on my 14 was the 1 5/16. This one's pretty beefy. The other one was a tad smaller diameter than this one, so. But I'm glad it's bigger because I'm kind of maxing this thing out with what I'm towing, so. And I'm very surprised. I thought that at least it would have, you know, the factory, you can't really see it, that it would have the, you know, cheesy small diameter factory bar on this, since it's the high output Ace and Tranny heavy duty. I'm trying to turn my light on here. There we go. But it does nothing. And I did do, and this does have the factory airbags too, but I don't think it affects the installation. I think it's the same kit. Actually, when I ordered the kit from them, they couldn't guarantee it was going to fit on the 2020 because they hadn't really done a test fit yet, but I've heard and read that it's pretty much identical back here. So that's why I went ahead and pulled the trigger. And then they were pretty cool down there. They said that if there was any parts that I needed, because it wasn't working for some reason, they'd take care of me. So yeah, I've already done a I just got this truck and I already did a test run with my hauler, and it's kind of big, it's heavy, it's got a lot of tongue weight, and it wanders a hair. Not as bad as my last truck, but it wanders a hair still. It kind of does a little bit of a sway, and I know I should have a dually. I get it, but I'm not going to do it. I just can't see myself in a dually yet. So I'm hoping this will stabilize it a hair. It doesn't need much. I mean, the airbags work great. I'm going to put some wheels, some 20 by 10s, and that'll kick it out a little bit, give it a little bit more stability, and we'll see how she goes. So let me get this thing kind of mocked up, and then I'll be back. So the next step is they want you to relocate this bracket here for the brake line. I guess you call it, well, not really a manifold, but just kind of a splitter. So you're going to use this extension here. And then on the next step, you're also going to put these brackets here to relocate this, because I see an issue. These are hard lines, and the first step just said just to put this on and then shoot that up and attach it to the top of this. But I'm going to have to, they don't put this in the directions, but I'm sure I'm going to have to unhook this here, this clip here, and kind of finagle and move carefully and try not to kink anything. So I will update you soon. Not sure this is the best way to do this, but I did, like I mentioned, unhook that bracket there, and then I also did this side. But it looks like I'm gonna go ahead, as the brake line comes up over the pumpkin and down, there's one of these little washer clips holding it, and I'm going to take that off too, because I could probably bend these a little bit and keep this there, but I kind of don't want to do that. So we'll see if I get it up there in place, and I feel like I can get this back, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But I just wanted to mention that I'm going to take this clip off too, and so. Alright, so just to update here, the directions have you put this relocation bracket here, and they had it up like this, in the directions. But when I kind of pushed it in shape, it pushed this up here pretty close to that leaf spring. I doubt it would hit because there's not much movement there, I don't think, but it also stretched the anti-brake line. I think that's what that is. It kind of stretched it more, so I just let this fall down, and it looks like it's gonna fit a lot better doing that. So who knows, could be a little variation from him being a 2020. So just a heads up. And then I've got the relocation bracket on up there too. So that went okay. It pretty much lifts the whole brake line up above the pumpkin. So more to come. So I ran into a little hiccup when I was installing this, and I thought it might happen because the picture of the directions showed a different rear end. I don't think they had the big 12-inch, the new 12-inch rear end that's on the high output. So this little bracket right here that the brake line used to go to is in the way of this right here, because it doesn't line up correctly. The U-bolt hits this, so I gotta shave this bracket off so this can slide over enough so the U-bolt can go on. So that's what I'm doing. Alright, out of focus, awesome. So this is a follow-up to my Hellwig Sway Bar back here. I think the last time we talked, I was having some issues with the U-bolt. I'm not sure exactly where we were at last time, but I did talk to Hellwig, and they did have to send me out. They had to rebend some U-bolts for me, which they did promptly, and they sent it overnight, which was good. Then it was able to wrap around the axle like it's supposed to. As you can see right there. And then we were able to get the brackets on. And then another pain in the ass was getting this adjustable bar up around the frame and well, up there, to finagle it around the tire, and then get those brackets around the frame, which I don't know if you can see up there on both sides. This one has the heat shield for the tire, which made it kind of fun too. But anyway, so that was the end of that. I think the trick also on that was doing that grinding to get these brackets on right there. But other than that, it did make a difference. Once I towed, I could tell that it was definitely a little more stout back here for sure. So that's that. Thanks for watching.